Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. Tonight it's November 15th, 2025. It's Saturday evening. We're starting a new book, the book of Ezekiel, this evening. I'm reading the first two chapters, and I've noticed since Isaiah was the last time I did the little intros, so I missed it for Jeremiah and Lamentations, where he was the author. It was around 586 BC, so now we're moving up to Ezekiel, who the author is this. And that was around 571 BC, and the content is like stubborn children, refusing to obey their father. The people of Israel often refused to listen to God. And like a loving parent, God repeatedly called his people back to obedience. He sent prophets like Ezekiel to preach messages of judgment and restoration. According to his book, Ezekiel was a priest who was among the captives taken to Babylon when the Jews were deported in 597 BC. There, in Babylon, God called him to be a prophet, and he began to warn his people that Jerusalem's judgment was not yet complete. His preaching was not well received by the Jews who were with him in captivity. They thought he should be giving messages of comfort and hope, not judgment. But Ezekiel's dire predictions came true, as Jerusalem was destroyed in 586 BC. From then on, the people listened carefully to his preaching. After this, Ezekiel's message changed from one of judgment to one of comfort and hope. The worst is past. It was time to begin again. And we see that. So it is nice. I miss reading actually my physical Bible, so I have to remember that for the next new books. And our daily reading plan, as we are, starting a new book. So first two chapters. So Ezekiel's going to go for a while. Ezekiel will take us all the way into December, right up before the book of Daniel. All right, let's get started on Ezekiel. A vision of living beings. On July 31st of my 13th year, while I was with the Judean exiles beside the Kabar River in Babylon, the heavens were opened and I saw visions of God. This happened during the 5th year of King Jehoiachin's captivity. The Lord gave this message to Ezekiel, son of Buzi, a priest, beside the Kabar River in the land of the Babylonians, and he felt the hand of the Lord take hold of him. As I looked, I saw a great storm coming from the north, driving before it a huge cloud that flashed with lightning and shone with brilliant light. There was fire inside the cloud, and in the middle of the fire glowed something like gleaming amber. From the center of the cloud came 4 living beings that looked human, except that each had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and their feet had hooves like those of a calf and shone like burnished bronze. Under each of their 4 wings I could see human hands, so each of the 4 beings had 4 faces and 4 wings. The wings of each living being touched the wings of the beings beside it. Each one moved straight forward in any direction without turning around. Each had a human face in the front, the face of a lion on the right side, the face of an ox on the left side, and the face of an eagle on the back. Each had 2 pairs of outstretched wings. One pair stretched out to touch the wings of the living beings on either side of it, and the other pair covered its body. They went in whatever direction the Spirit chose, and they moved straight forward in any direction without turning around. The living beings looked like bright coals of fire or brilliant torches, and lightning seemed to flash back and forth among them. And the living beings darted to and fro like flashes of lightning. As I looked at these beings, I saw 4 wheels touching the ground beside them, 1 wheel belonging to each. The wheels sparkled as if made of beryl. All 4 wheels looked alike and were made the same. Each wheel had a second wheel turning crosswise within it. Oh, so we got spinners. The beings could move in any of the 4 directions they faced, without turning as they moved. The rims of the 4 wheels were tall and frightening, and they were covered with eyes all around. Whoa. When the living beings moved, the wheels moved with them. When they flew upward, the wheels went up too. The spirit of the living beings was in the wheels, so wherever the Spirit went, the wheels and the living beings also went. When the beings moved, the wheels moved. When the beings stopped, the wheels stopped. When the beings flew upward, the wheels rose up, for the spirit of the living beings was in the wheels. Spread out above them was a surface like the sky, glittering like crystal. Beneath this surface, the wings of each living being stretched out to touch the other's wings, and each had 2 wings covering its body. As they flew, their wings sounded to me like waves crashing against the shore, or like the voice of the Almighty, or like the shouting of a mighty army. When they stopped, they let down their wings. As they stood with wings lowered, a voice spoke from beyond the crystal surface above them. Above the surface was something that looked like a throne made of blue lapis lazuli, and on this throne, high above, was a figure whose appearance resembled a man. From what appeared to be his waist up, he looked like a gleaming amber, flickering like a fire, and from his waist down, he looked like a burning flame, shining with splendor. All around him was a glowing halo, like a rainbow shining in the clouds on a rainy day. This is what the glory of the Lord looked like to me. When I saw it, I fell face down to the ground and heard someone's voice speaking to me. Ho, 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 ho. Whew. Chapter 2, Ezekiel's Call and Commission. "Stand up, Son of Man," said the voice. "I want to speak with you." The Spirit came into me as he spoke, and he set me on my feet. I listened carefully to his words. "Son of man," he said, "I am sending you to the nation of Israel, a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their ancestors have been rebelling against me to this very day. They are a stubborn and hard-hearted people, but I am sending you to say to them, 'This is what the sovereign Lord says.' And whether they listen or refuse to listen, for remember, they are rebels, at least they will know they have had a prophet among them. Son of man, do not fear them or their words. Don't be afraid, even though their threats surround you like nettles and briars and stinging scorpions. Do not be dismayed by their dark scowls, even though they are rebels. You must give them my message, whether they listen or not. But they won't listen, for they are completely rebellious. Son of man, listen to what I say to you. Do not join them in their rebellion. Open your mouth and eat what I give you." Then I looked and saw a hand reaching out to me. It held a scroll, which he unrolled, and I saw that both sides were covered with funeral songs, words of sorrow, and pronouncements of doom. Ezekiel is going to be an amazing book. Hold on to your whatever you got to hold on to. All right. I'm excited for this one, actually. It's been a year since I've read Ezekiel, so I'm looking forward to it. Hope you have an amazing weekend. We'll probably see it bright here back and early because I'm actually serving this weekend, so I got to get up early. So talk to you soon. Take care and God bless.